Hello and welcome to another talk time. Now, last week we journeyed into the idea of love and fear. In today's talk time, we're going to talk about unity or oneness. I hope you enjoy this one. Now, oneness. We are interconnected. Whether you like to think about that or not, you are. We are like, I guess, a big tree, and all the branches are connected to the same tree. Everyone on earth, even though they might think about themselves as being separate, it's an illusion. We're all connected. We always have been. And this is something that I feel humanity has a collective consciousness, whether we realize it or not. What we do affects others. And even what we think affects the field of potentialities. So when we're looking at that oneness energy, if we're sitting there peacefully, if we're sitting there engaged and powerful and positive, we bring that energy and that affects everyone else that we come across. And even people we've never seen or never will meet again. This is the thing. That oneness is a concept that I often use in my client sessions. I like to remind people, there is an ancestor that went through a journey, and you're within you carrying that ancient energy and awareness and knowledge. And it doesn't leave you. And people that you've been around, people who have connected to you, you take a little bit of them with you on the journey too. Now, quite often people come through and they may disturb our lives in some way. And quite often they're our greatest teachers, the ones that cause us the most pain or suffering or dilemmas. They're there to wake you up. They're there to get you to delve deeper, and they're serving you in some way. And so this is something that I really want you to understand, that we're all here collectively learning, journeying, experiencing life and all that life brings. Now, we may feel quite separate in sometimes the way we think about things, but deep down, humans are all interconnected, and also we're connected to the world around us. We wouldn't exist if the earth didn't exist here. We wouldn't be having this experience on earth. So every tree, every flower, every bird, every insect, everything is part of a bigger ecosystem. And that ecosystem is not broken. It's not a mistake. It's perfect, and it has order about it. But we are connected to that ecosystem. Every breath that you breathe in the oxygen that has been filtered through the trees. It's been gifted and moved over valleys and across landscapes to get to you. It's touched the oceans, it's touched everything to get to you. And as you exhale, the trees and things inhale you, like we're all part of the same. We have also patterns within us. Our lungs look like trees. Our veins look like the veins of the earth that carry the water through our rivers and streams. And the idea of being alive and being able to move through and have experiences, I think to understand unity and oneness is a big part of the journey of acceptance. And a lot of people find it really hard to accept someone who doesn't always think the same way they do. However, if you had walked through life in their shoes, you may well think the same way they do. You may well have the same outlook as they do. So we must be very careful not to judge others. We must look at the gifts that those others can give us as a reflection on our humanity, our journey, our awarenesses, and to feel grateful for those things. This is really important, and that's something that I do like my clients to contemplate on, that idea of oneness, that idea of unity, because a lot of people feel really alone. They feel really alone, but you never have been. You've always been supported. And this is something that I think has been a big breakthrough for many of my clients journeying through their loss or the big changes that have caused them to feel a little bit adrift from others. You're never really alone. It's part of the journey to experience sometimes separation. But that separation is a construct. It's not really that valid. We are interconnected, always have been. And I think one of the breakthroughs for me was walking down to the hockey field when I was about 13 years old. And the day before, there was a grove of trees, and they were beautiful, but it was winter and it was turning into spring. And the next day when I was walking down, all the spring flowers had suddenly come out. And at that moment, I realized how perfectly aligned everything was, how there's timing, there's patterns, that we're not alone, that everything is in sync and everything is happening for a reason. This gave me a lot of happiness and joy, that observation of how beautiful nature was, and I was part of nature itself. I wasn't separate from nature. I too had perfect timing. And those beautiful trees that the day before were just in bud, and then the next day realizing their full potential, was a good metaphor for me to begin to take through into my life ahead. And it helped me to really wake up and feel this life holding me in a way that I hadn't felt before. I hope that's helped you out there today to contemplate your feeling of oneness and unity with yourself and the world around you. If you need support with that, I am available online for sessions. You can visit the meredithmccarthy.com site if you'd like, or if you're interested in becoming a clinical hypnotherapist and want to learn more about how I work with clients and how you could work with your clients and achieve incredible things with people to help them to really break through those limiting mindsets. You can visit the nzach.ac.nz site, and I'd love to be your guide. So I hope you've enjoyed today's talk time. Next talk time, we're going to be talking about interconnectedness. Okay, so get ready for that, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.